let's summarize the plot of The Fall of the House of Usher, a legendary work of Gothic short fiction and a quintessential Edgar Allan Poe haunted house story. In the introduction, the story begins on a cold autumn day with an unnamed narrator arriving at the House of Usher, which is downright scary and looks both decaying and solid at the same time. He's coming to visit his childhood friend Roderick, who he's essentially lost contact with, but who has urged him to visit. During the rising action, the narrator explains that the Usher family and their mansion have become symbolically intertwined. Inside the house, full of strange decorations, instruments, and books, Roderick is pale and unkempt, alternating between being sullen and lively, and he explains that a condition that runs in his family makes his senses acute. His twin sister, Madeline, is deathly ill with something no doctor can explain, and she moves through the room without seeming to notice the narrator, which makes him afraid. For the next few days, the narrator tries to cheer Roderick up. Roderick fixates on the house, and he speculates that all vegetation, and in some cases inanimate objects, possess intelligence too, including the Usher family home. The narrator wonders if Roderick is losing his mind. Madeline soon dies, and the narrator helps Roderick carry her casket down into the house vault. Roderick's condition worsens after Madeline's death. One night, the narrator, starting to lose his grip on reality, sits up in bed in the dark, listening to strange sounds. Roderick knocks on his door, completely freaking out, opening the window to a powerful whirlwind storm and dense mists. The narrator reads a book to Roderick to calm him down, but soon the action in the book is paralleled by sounds coming from the house. At the climax, Roderick says they buried his sister Madeline alive in her tomb. He says all the sounds they've been hearing have been her fighting her way out of her coffin in the vault. As he says this, the doors open and Madeline Usher is there, wrapped in her death shroud and covered with blood. She then falls on her brother, who dies. Fleeing the nightmarish house, the narrator looks back to see a blood-red moon is setting behind him, shining through a crack in the house, which widens from roof to foundation. The house collapses during the falling action and resolution, leaving no trace behind. Gothic literature and horror fiction that evolved from it use unreliable narrators to increase suspense by making readers less able to count on someone to guide them through the story. And this one is all like a madman's dream. The theme of doubling, or of doppelgangers, is a favorite of Poe's. From the symbiotic and supernatural twins, to the eerie sounds or echoing, to the linked house and Usher family, doubling is key to the tension in the story and helps personify the haunted house as a character, which Poe frequently describes it as. The Fall of the House of Usher can be read as an extended psychological parable in which reality and fantasy, truth and madness are at odds until the characters and the House of Usher completely fall apart.